Representative Cohen, you serve on the Subcommittee for Transportation and Infrastructure on Aviation. What more information do we know about the crash that took place near at National Airport?
Well, first I want to say we have not had a classified briefing. We will have some soon, I think. That was a terrible tragedy. I grieve for all of the victims, both in the airplane and in the helicopter. But I don't believe that they should have been flying that helicopter at that time when there were still planes coming into to DCA airport. And it said that that was a special route that they were going to plan to use and have used and were rehearsing for use if there was an attack on America, particularly a nuclear attack, to get Pentagon officials and other leaders in our country out of our country into some underground special safe area. And then it ran down the Potomac. Well, they could have run down the Potomac at 1 in the morning. And why they had to do their drills when there were still planes coming into land at DNA was foolish. And that's the fault of the head of the Defense Department, the Secretary of Defense, who just got in, who has no business being a line employee at a small business, is the charge of the Defense Department. And whoever at the Defense Department decided that a helicopter ought to be flying that route at 9 o'clock at night, that person needs to be fired. It was the decision to put him out there that caused the crash. And that's no question about that.
Well, how do you draw the straight line between that decision and Secretary Hegseth himself?
Secretary Hegseth has no business being the defense secretary, just like Robert Kennedy has no business being in charge of health. Robert Kennedy is an anti-vaxxer. He said the polio vaccine needs to be retested. I had polio. I'll tell Robert Kennedy, who's been somebody I've known for a long time and get along with, and he used to be fine. I think he went off the deep end. I don't know what the worm did to the brain. But, you know, we need the polio vaccine, and we need all the vaccines. And the worst thing that you could do with the vaccine is to tell your children not to take it. And he told the people in Samoa for their children not to take the measles vaccine or the mumps vaccine. I forget which of the M diseases it was. And they had 81 deaths and lots of illnesses. But Trump has appointed an awful cabinet. It's not certainly, he talks about DEI. DEI has not killed anybody. That's number one. Number two, he talks about DEI. He talked about his cabinet. His cabinet is about as least DEI as you can be, except he took some of the least welcome Democrats like Tulsi Gabbard and Robert Kennedy Jr. and put them in his cabinet. He took this guy out of Fox News. He put him at the Defense Department. He said other people that are substandard. And he needs, and it's basically almost an all-white cabinet. He's got one or two black guys. I think that's it. He could find some better people. But what happened in that crash, the Defense Department should not have had those drills when there were still passenger airplanes coming in, and that's the first place to look. Don't look to the pilots. Don't look to the air traffic controller. Look to the Defense Department. They killed those people.
Doug in Arkansas, Independent Line.
Yeah, I just have,